Okay, so we're just here today talking about alarm systems and what we as agents can do for our customers once they close. And we have here Chelsea and Danielle that is going to explain a little bit of how this plan works.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Chelsea. Danielle is here with us. We're from Alarm Visor. First and foremost, thank everybody for their time today. I know we all have extremely busy schedules, so to carve out a little bit of time to listen to us chat can be a lot. So I certainly appreciate everybody's time. Danielle, if you want to introduce yourself before we kind of get started, that works for me.
Hi, I'm Danielle Rodriguez, and I partner with most of Southwest Florida Realtors for Alarm Visor.
Perfect. So Danielle kind of actually introduced me to Yana Lee, and long story short, I kind of realized that she's in the same network of several agents that I partner with in Naples. So it kind of came full circle for myself and what we do exactly. So a backstory of how Alarm Visor came about. My husband and myself worked for a competitor for about 6 years. Fell in love with the industry very much. There's nothing more cooler there's nothing cooler than being able to protect a family and their home and get a call that we were able to save their life in an incident that something happened. And so fell in love with that. The customer service that was kind of the lackluster of, and the ugly industry that alarms can be, kind of like real estate, it can be ugly if you're not trained appropriately to execute the job at a high level. And so we decided it really went against who we were and what we were looking for. And so we launched Alarm Visor really around the partnership and the customer service aspect. We as a company do have 5-star reviews across every single platform, and that is important to us with us partnering strictly with agents. We do not market, we do not door knock, we don't do anything other than sponsor events for brokerages and network and collaborate with agents, much like yourself. And what that does for us is it holds us accountable on the client side, because if we mess up anything with the client, we obviously lose the partnership with the agent or the brokerage, and that's not what we want. The idea here is to build a lifelong partnership and to be an extension. And how we do that, gift a free smart home security system to the client on your behalf. We do not take any credit for that. When I actually make the call to the client, I let them know it is a gift from Yana Lee or a gift from anybody else that is on here, and we go through what has been covered, and I'll go through that. And then at the end of it, I ask them to reach out to the agent and thank them. I just get the luxury of talking to the client. We don't take any credit for the gift. And the reason we do that is it's a triple win. Clients are purchasing equipment or going through another company to get security set up. 64% of the nation gets home automation and 37% gets home security. We do both. So it kind of hits two birds with one stone there. And so we're saving them money by giving them that system from you as a gift, right? As the client, that's a huge win. It can be $1,500, $1,800 worth of savings for them, which is a lot of money when they're buying a brand new home, right? Putting a down payment and buying new furniture or whatever it is, it's a lot of money. So to be able to save that is huge. For the agent, we do give you a $200 Visa gift card every single client that gets installed with us. Based off volume, we have one agent that's made a couple $1,000s in the last couple of months, and we have some that make for $600. It really just depends on your volume, but that's a lot of money to be able to utilize for Facebook ads for yourself if you use them, for marketing materials, whatever you want to utilize them as, you have that because it is a Visa gift card. And we do that as a thank you for trusting in us to secure your clients and protect them and that partnership. And then for us, of course, it continues to increase our business. And so it's a triple win for everybody. Everybody gets that because the more the client continues to talk about Yana Lee or anybody else on the call, that you sold them a house and got them protected, you're not filtering into the bucket of everybody else that just gave them a closing basket with some wine and a cutting board or whatever in the gift basket, right? It separates you because you took that next step and helped them get protected in their brand new home that you helped them get taken care of. And that's a huge investment. You know, they're investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in your trust, and to be able to go that next level is huge. Clients absolutely love it. And then again, for yourself, you get that gift card. Again, it's not to get you rich, but it can. If you move a lot of volume, it can mount up to $15,000, $16,000 on the year, which is a lot of extra money to have just to trust in us to take care of your clients. So any questions at all from anybody before I kind of continue to talk?
What areas do you cover? I know I already asked you this, but I want everybody to know, what areas do you cover?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we actually do some in the Midwest, but our primary focus is Southwest Florida. So we service Orlando down and all the way across East Coast and West Coast. So we do all of Southwest Florida. So Brinks, we are alarm visors, so we handle the sales and installation side. They have us firsthand. We are the direct point of contact for the client. We are the direct point of contact for the agent. Again, going back to our 5-star reviews, we have 5 stars in every single pillar on every single platform. And that's huge for us in a world where security can be kind of an ugly thing, from door knockers showing up using the agent's name when it's not real, to going in and installing and kind of walking away, which is the world we came from before starting Alarm Visor. You know, our commitment is to over deliver before, during, and after installation. And that is huge, because that's not something that occurs in today's world. And so making sure that they're taken care of on all aspects is important for us. Danielle, anything you want to input on that?
No. I'm good right now, but I'll apologize. I have construction now going on back in my house, so it might be loud, so I'm going to mute it.
You're perfectly fine. I was going to pull up the website really quick.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the sharing capability, so you can show us kind of what, if our customers do decide to go with your product, what is it that is included, so we know kind of what we're selling per se, or what we're giving out.
Yeah, I love that you said that. So that's the one thing I think, as we develop partnerships and, you know, have these conversations, there's 2 huge concerns from the agent's perspective. And so I kind of want to go through that. One is that you guys have to sell it. That's not what we want in any facet, right? You're the expert in home sales. We're the expert in security sales. And so the way we found it to work best, and everybody has their own way of doing things, but the ones that we find with the highest success when we call that client is they do it through the walkthrough. And it's a simple, hey, Yannalee, or hey, Danielle, I partner with Alarm Visor. I cover the cost of a smart home security system for you as a closing gift. Chelsea's going to reach out, or Danielle's going to reach out. If they say yes, we reach out and let them know. The second thing is the concern of the customer standpoint. Again, we set it up as a white glove service, very concierge. It's not a pushy setup. We let them know what's covered by the agent as a closing gift. If they say they're not interested, we tell them we completely understand, keep us in mind for the future. It's not something where we continue to bombard them by any means. And I believe our reviews show that side, as well as our testimonies from the agents. But again, we don't want you guys to have to sell the system or add any extra tasks to your very, very full and busy plate. It's just a simple thing through the walkthrough or at the closing table. Most clients get security at 2 times. One, they transfer it or set it up with their utilities before they move in. Or they do it, unfortunately, when something's happened. And that's what we want to not happen. We want to be proactive versus reactive. It's not something where they're sitting on the couch on a Saturday afternoon and say, I'm going to get home security today. It's just not reality. And so doing it during that closing or that walkthrough is where we find the most success. And it's a simple, hey, they're going to reach out. If they say no, not a big deal. We don't want to have to cold call the client. We don't want to catch them off guard. The idea is to have that suggestion during that walkthrough or closing, so we have a higher success in closing it and getting the client taken care of and getting that $200 sent out to you as the agent to build that partnership. And that, so I love that you brought that up. Thank you for that. Let me share my screen here really quick. just so you guys have an idea, much like real estate, right? There's numerous different brokerages. You guys all have your own ability of certain things you can market or do, right? You get to choose that. Same thing when it comes to home security. There's Brinks, there's ADT, there's Vivint. We all have our own. Brinks is our monitoring. So they're who do the police, fire, and medical 24/7 for the client. And with that, we all have dealerships, right? Just like there's Fast Action Realty, and there may be numerous offices that have that. Or there's Century 21 with numerous brokerages that have their own office. Same things. We all have the ability to choose what equipment we utilize. We have our own ability to choose how we sell and set this up. We at Alarm Visor have the best system on the market. It is the most expensive, so it does cost us significantly more as a company. But the reason we do that is because if I wouldn't put it in my home, I'm not going to put it in somebody else's home. The system we utilize is not just home security. It does have the ability to be just that, but we have the autonomy, and the system we have has full home automation. So for your techie clients that want smart lights or want to control their TV from Ohio because they live there part-time, or they want to be able to open and unlock their front door for the maid that may be going in to clean the home while they're gone. They have that. It's full automation. They can open and close their garage door, you name it, at any given time. So this is the website. So I'm going to go to some of the things on here. I think I just let somebody in. I think it worked. Okay, perfect. I was like, it said admit, so I did. And we have client flyers. If you were ever curious of what the client gets, just so you know, from the agent, we gift them the remote panel, which is going to be this thing here in the middle. We do have the newest one that just came out 6 weeks ago. It's already on the market. I need to change the marketing on the website, but it's super sleek and it has a Bose speaker in it, so it's really fancy. But that's the smart hub that controls the entire system. The other feature that we are able to do as a company is when they sign that 36-month agreement, they cannot add or change their system until that 3 years is up. With Alarm Visor, they can call me back in 8 months and add an extra camera. They can buy, a door lock if they choose to. They can add to their system, and we just go in and sync it. The Smart Hub allows us to do that. They also get from you, as a closing gift, 4 door sensors. Those sensors would go on their doors and let them know who is entering and who is exiting what door. They do get the Skybell video doorbell. It does have that 2-way feature, so they can communicate. They get that from you. They do get 1 additional exterior camera. The biggest difference from our cameras to the Ring or your Blinks or your Nighthawks, things like that they can buy at the box stores, ours are actually smart cameras. So what that means is they have analytics and tripwires in them, not to get too techie, and perimeter guards. So if somebody walks up to the home, it'll take a picture of whoever it is, send it to the client, letting them know a person has been detected. A siren goes off on the camera and a blinking light, and they can actually speak to the person on their property through that camera. It has 2-way voice feature. So it's kind of cool. And typically nobody continues to walk if a spotlight's on them and a siren and the person's coming through the camera. So and being afar, we have seasonal people here all the time. Our seasonal clients or our part-timers love that feature for sure. And then they get 1 piece of automation from you. That can be an automatic keyless entry door lock. If they have somebody that comes and maintains the pool or cleans the home when they're not here, or kids that lose house keys like my 16-year-old and 11-year-old do all the time. The keyless entry is a really good feature because all they have to do is input a code and it unlocks the door for them, or they can do it from the app. The smart thermostat or garage control. So they get all of that from you at no cost to them. We also set up that you do close or cover the installation costs for them as well. So it's a huge savings. If they were to take everything plus the installation, you're looking at almost $2,000 worth of savings for the client. And then if they ever wanted to get on, they can filter through the equipment. There is a downloadable app that comes with it, of course. They do also get an insurance certificate, which allows them to present to their homeowner's insurance. Most give anywhere between 15 and 20% of a discount for having a monitored system on the property. A lot of your part-timers are required to have one through some of your insurance agencies as well. So it just allows you to be able to gift that and save them some money on the insurance side as well. So any other questions that I might be missing, Yannalee, that you can think of?
Yes. You mentioned that there is a 36-month contract. In the event that they were to move, is that transferable?
Yep, so they can do it a couple different ways. They can choose to leave it with the home and sell it, the home with that, because it does, smart home automation does increase the value of a home. So it does help with that side, or yes, they can transfer it. We can come in, uninstall the equipment and reinstall at the home with it, and we just go install new equipment at the new property, because they do get a warranty on all of the equipment. Say it again.
Is there a transfer fee?
Within the first 12 months there is, but as long as they have it 12 months, there is no transfer fee.
Okay.
Yep. And if they want to put new in the new house, we just go out and install that on the new property, because there is a warranty. You guys are providing them a 24-month warranty on all of the equipment. So if anything were to happen, technically, now some kid hits it with a baseball bat, it's a little bit different, but ideally, if something mechanically goes wrong with the equipment or a failure, we go out and replace it at no cost to the client.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. So, is this only
and
for
then, there is a video if anybody ever wanted to hop on. It's a couple minutes long. It just goes over really the tie-in of everything. Everything we utilize product-wise is the same brand, and we do that from a communication standpoint. And it'll show you, and this video goes to the client as well, so they have an idea of what they're getting from you. It goes over how they can leave the home, and if they get a mile from it, the system will recognize that if they didn't arm it and notify the client that they forgot to arm the system. At that point, they can hit arm, and if they were to have, say, the automation and everything, the system will arm itself, lock the front door, turn down the thermostat so the air doesn't continue to run, shut off your lights. It does everything for them with a one-touch button, because it has that Bluetooth and geofencing feature, which is really nice. And it syncs with your Siri voices.
Okay. Now, would this be just for our current customers, the ones that are closing, or we can reach out to our older customers and say, hey, if you're interested in this product, call Chelsea and Danielle?
Yep. So typically it is for the new homeowner side, but again, we're never going to say no to that by any means. I've had clients that closed in August that we just got in touch with due to something like that, that got set up and took advantage of it. So absolutely, as long as you send it over and they close it, still tied to you, and you still get that $200 gift card. Absolutely.
Okay. Anybody else have any other questions? You got some questions? No? I know, I had a couple of questions written down and you answered them before I got to ask.
Try to cover all the bases, but sometimes you never know. I sometimes forget. So, but I think that the two things first is thank you guys very much for allowing us to come on, but really just reiterating the value we put on making sure your clients are taken care of, because we know that we're a full extension of your business. We know that there's 100 different security companies out there that probably call you every closing and bombard you, and we understand that, and really reiterating that we truly value the partnership, and we understand how long it takes to get a client, sometimes a couple hundred viewings on homes, sometimes months long, to be able to get the client in a home that is right for them, and we understand that and take that very seriously on the backside to make sure that they're taken care of when we get in touch with them as well.
Okay, and once we have a customer that closes and we tell them, hey, Chelsea's gonna give you a call, Chelsea and Danielle is gonna give you a call, and explain to them the alarm system, we send you an email with their contact information?
So we're very flexible on that. Some want to send it through text, which is totally fine. It's the most convenient way in today's world, right? Just shoot off a text with Siri voice and it's done. You can send it through email or you can call. We have different levels of communication. Everybody's a little bit different. But yeah, you just send it over to Danielle. I can put our information in the chat. or I can send you our direct information, Yannalee, through email if you want to forward it over. That works as well, whatever works best for everybody. But as soon as you get that, you text it over. Obviously, we'll reach out at that point and update you as soon as possible. Your gift card goes out within 7.
I think she froze. Danielle, are you frozen too? No. So I think it's just Chelsea. Come back, Chelsea. Come back to us. So she was saying that once, I guess, the customer signs up and you guys start installing everything, what's the time frame of when we'll receive our gift card?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was on mute. Forgot.
No.
Yeah, it's about 7 to 10 days that you'll receive the gift card. Right now, right now it's taking a little bit longer just because of Christmas. So, and the mail system. But there's, oh, she must have got kicked off because she's gone.
Yeah,
now.
she did get kicked off. I think her internet's probably low.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, usually we try to get them out as quickly as possible to make sure. And then what I do is, and like she said, she brought up whether you like being texting a lot or phone calls. I kind of like, I gear myself to how you are. If you'd rather be text, then I'll text you more than I'll call you.
Okay.
I just geared up to figure out how each person is, what they like the most, know, because I'm here for you guys. Right. And then like I update through the whole system. Like once the customer accepts, I let you know. Then once the install is done, I'll let you know when the install is, and then I'll let you know when the install is done. And then I let you know when the gift card's gone out and the dates that it's probably going to be received between, so you know to receive it. And then I follow up again to make sure you receive it. So it's a very big follow-up process on our end to make sure that you're getting everything and nothing's missed in the steps.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can talk about costs.
So if they get that's a very good question. If they get the basic package, which is what we include, and they don't have any additional add-ons, what would be the monthly fee?
Hold on one second. Chelsea just texted me, man.
It's probably her because she's just trying to get back in. Yeah, it's her.
I'm back.
Oh, she's back. Okay.
We have 4 houses going up beside us they're working on, and so I think whenever they get to going, it knocks my internet out. Nothing worse on a Zoom.
I know,
and I have a golf course doing like construction and stuff, and I'm like, we can't win today.
Yeah. But I'm glad it's bulky because we kept asking Danielle the questions. So this last question was, if they get the basic package and no additional add-ons, what is the base price for the monthly fee for the customer?
It's a good question. So our base would be $44. That gets them an app. It gets them the sensors. It gets them the panel, the insurance discount, that side of things. Once they start adding the automation, they cannot exceed $64. So if they want everything you cover, it's $64.99. On a stat, I run it every single month. What our average is, 9 times out of 10, it's actually like 94% of our clients take everything because they see such huge value in it and such the big savings behind it.
Right.
They go ahead and grab it. So 9 out of every 10 people we close get the $64.99, but it's 44 to 64.
Okay. All right, excellent. That was a really good question. Because I'm sure
that was a good question
we get asked.
Yep. And so again, I don't think I've ever done any of the base ones. Typically it's the 64 or the 61, which is just minus the automation.
But they can always upgrade or downgrade as long as they don't break the contract.
They can add it at any time. Yeah, absolutely. So say they install the base today. The only thing that I like and I explain this to the customer so they're aware. So everything they get from you, once it's installed is done, we close that out as a gift. So if they just go the base package and like, man, I kind of want the doorbell, I'm going to try to get them to go the doorbell that day because it's free at that point. If they call me back in 6 months, they have to purchase it. Now, they do get a discount through you, but you might as well just pay the little bit more on your monthly and get the free doorbell.
Right.
So that's why most just go ahead and take everything. So in 6 months, when they decide to add a camera, they're not out any money.
Okay.
Yeah. I did put my number in the chat. I don't know if you guys can see it. Everybody will be tied to Danielle as we go through this, but I put my number. Anybody that's interested in the partnership, which we hope that you are, of course, we will you guys can text that number and we'll get you set up with Danielle and in correspondence with her.
Okay, perfect. Yep, no problem. I probably will do emails, and what I'm thinking of doing is just emailing the customer, congratulations on the sale of your home. Chelsea and Danielle will be reaching out to you and explain a little bit of it, because I will probably forget on the walkthroughs. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
So and then that way you guys will have, it's like I'm going to send one email with double function. You guys will have their contact information, and they'll already know that you're calling them.
Yeah,
so
that works perfect. Yeah, that works perfect. And everybody has a different method because, like you said, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
You know, and we understand that. So we certainly appreciate everybody's time and are excited for a successful 2022 and ready to finish out the year and you know, rock this together. So
yeah, for sure.
One more question. If a home already has some features, like security features, can
that's another good question. I was thinking about that earlier.
maybe they have an on?
So what if the customer already has some cameras or some features like the Ring camera? Can your system integrate that as well?
That's a great question. So we do not integrate with that, and here's why. The Ring is actually hackable in every format. It's not wired into anything. It's just I can go, if you had one on your front door, I can go take it and sync it to my house, and I have access to all of your information. So as a company, we do not sync into any of that. If it's something else besides the Ring, if it has that ability to sync with our system, we will. However, we choose not to. And the reason why is they get a warranty if we replace it. We can't warranty on something that's already there. And if it's brand new, they might as well take the brand new one. We remove all of the old equipment and replace ours in place of that. So there's not holes or anything in the wall. But similar to a lot of people say, oh, there's a system already in the house they're taking care of. Well, although the system's there, it's like a cell phone. I can buy a cell phone, but I have to activate it, right? Same thing, just because the system is there, they have to activate it with somebody. And so that's where we can still go in and remove it and put in new and activate the system for them.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
That makes sense. Total sense.
And communication purposes, everything we use is alarm.com equipment, and that way everything is a fluid communication. There's no interference or anything like that. Something we also activate for your clients is within that panel, there's a Verizon chip. Not to get techie, but you guys know that when it rains here, we lose power for whatever reason. And so what that does, if their Wi-Fi goes down, we cover as a company that chip where they can actually, their internet will naturally shut off. The Verizon chip will take over and they'll be off a Verizon cell tower. So they're not ever unsecured. And then they also have a backup battery within that panel. So in the event a hurricane happens and they're out power, or a storm comes through and if they're without power, they are still secured because the backup battery and Verizon chip we activate within that panel for your clients.
All right, excellent. That's very good to know because there's always internet problems.
Always internet, or if it's raining and blue skies, it flickers the electric. And I'm like, it's not even storming. Why do we have no power?
It's like if there's a 5 mile per hour wind.
Yep.
Or if there's a hurricane and you have to leave, you want to leave your house secured. So that's good.
Yeah. Yep. No, we activate that in the panel for them. So it's taken care of. So, but I won't steal anybody's time. I've already stolen 30 minutes of it and I certainly appreciate it. I know Danielle appreciates it. And sorry for my internet connection
no problem.
on my side. So
we appreciate you. Thank you. It was very informative and I'm sure I'm actually going to send an email pretty soon. We had a closing yesterday. So I'm going to send you guys an email pretty soon. And I think they want a security system because we kind of already talked about it. So I think that would be a great first go for you guys.
Yeah. We'll get it locked in.
I just want to say thank you for everybody for being here and coming out and logging in and listening to us. That was it's very appreciated on my end and Chelsea.
No problem. Thank you so much.
System.
What if one of our agents want a system?
They get so we do the same exact thing for our agents, because it allows you to see it and feel it and touch it, right? And you get to experience what we do from our side, from the sales call to the installation. You get to see our next level service. So we absolutely offer the same exact thing to our agents as well. And you get the $200 Visa gift card because you're referring yourself is how we set it up.
Okay. That's good to
Right, so we're paying you to kind of take it at that point. So
yeah. That's good. So thank you so much. I appreciate it and looking forward to doing business together.
absolutely, my pleasure. And we do is the same. And my number is in the chat for anybody that wants it.
Yeah, I put it up earlier.
Perfect.
All right,
Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Yeah, have a
Take
wonderful
care.
day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye.